Hey Vinyl Nation, I am Matt the Fat Bearded Vinyl Guy with a reissue of a post I did back in September of 2018. It's a list of my top 5 favorite guitarists. I'm doing this one first because I want to correct an embarrassing error that I made on the original post. In fact, it's so egregious, I won't even tell you what it is. And if you want to go back to the blog and find out what it was, well, too bad, because I deleted the original post. So, let's get it started. My honorable mention is Eddie Van Halen. Eddie started learning the piano at 6 years old, but never learned to read music. He just played it by ear. Even when he and his brother Alex formed Van Halen and started writing songs, he would just record himself jamming on the guitar or piano, and the other band members would have to transcribe it. Being a brilliant guitarist without reading music puts Eddie Van Halen at a solid honorable mention. Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin is my number 5. Most people would have him higher, but guess what? This is my list. And he still is in impressive company. If he had a bigger resume outside of the Yardbirds and Led Zeppelin, or even have had a longer career in those bands, he might be higher on my list. As it is, how many people do you know that can play guitar with a violin bow? Stevie Ray Vaughan is one of those we lost way too soon, and he comes in at number 4. One of the greatest blues guitarists to walk the planet. He could play the guitar with his teeth and behind his back better than I could play it regular. I've also seen a video where he breaks a string during a solo, and when he's done, while singing, unplugs his guitar, nods over to his guitar tech who hands him a new guitar, helps him unstrap the first one, strap up the new one, all without missing a beat. Number 3 is Brian May of Queen. He is known for his iconic red special guitar, which he built with his dad as a teenager. He's updated over the years, but it's pretty much the same guitar he's used on a majority of recordings. He would also orchestrate guitar parts using delay and overdubs. And this was before computers, so he had to nail the timing perfectly. There was no fixing it in post. If that's not enough, he's an astrophysicist. He has a PhD. There's an asteroid named after him. He worked with NASA on the New Horizons project that flew past Pluto. That's good enough for number 3 in my book. Number 2 is slow hand himself, Eric Clapton. In my mind, one of the most versatile guitarists ever. He could play any style of music and make it sound great. Now I'm going to drop some trivia on you. Clapton released his first solo record in August of 1970. By that time, he was in 7 bands. Some for a short time, some with legitimate hits. He started with the Yardbirds in 1964, then joined John Mayall and the Blues Breakers. After that, he formed Cream. Then did one record with Steve Winwood from Traffic and Ginger Baker from Cream as Blind Faith. Then with Delaney and Bonnie Bramlett, where he also did some work on George Harrison's All Things Must Pass record. He did 2 dates with the Plastic Ono Band with John Lennon and Yoko Ono, and then Derek at the Dominoes, where he wrote the legendary hit Layla. This was all before his solo career, and that speaks for itself. Let's just say that there is a reason that someone spray painted Clapton is God on a wall in 1967. So who could top God? Only one, James Marshall Hendrix. When Hendrix went to London in 1966, he sat in on a Cream set and literally outplayed Eric Clapton. Clapton even went backstage while Hendrix was playing with the rest of the band and considered being a roadie for Hendrix. Now, I'm going to repeat that. Hendrix was so good that Eric Clapton, number 2 on this list, wanted to quit playing when he heard Hendrix. Sadly, he died in September of 1970, but Hendrix had his own Electric Lady Studios in New York City. He did a mess up, a lot of recordings, and that they're still being released as full albums even today. He only released 3 studio albums in 4 years in the limelight, but what he left behind in recordings and influence is immeasurable. Move over, Rover. Let Jimmy take over. That's all for now. For more music talk and vinyl shenanigans, check out fatbeardedvinylguy.com. You'll find links to my social media, Facebook and Instagram. If you want still more, you can catch me on Richard Tiemann's Fan Show every Wednesday. Check him out at facebook.com/fanshowofficial. Also, don't forget to click subscribe down below and click the bell to get notified of new videos. Until next time, take it easy and I'll catch you on Side B.